Today on Insight, we're downtown on Berry Street at the law office of Tracey Rosswurm, and I am here with Chris LaPan. You guys practice family law in this office, and part of family law includes divorce, which is generally not a good subject for people to talk about, or not a situation they want to be in, but realistically a situation that a lot of people are in. So tell us, if you've decided that you need to file for divorce or you're in that situation, what's the first step someone should take?
The first thing you should do prior to filing the action is talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about. Go meet with an attorney. Meet with somebody who practices exclusively in the area of family law, somebody who can help prepare you. So you're not going blindly into court proceedings, not knowing what to expect. There are certain things that have to be done during the divorce, and there are certain things that should be done prior to the divorce. And meeting with a professional who can tell you how to prepare yourself, both financially and emotionally, for what's going to lie ahead is going to be vitally important to your ability to cope with the proceedings.
So if someone comes to see you because they're ready to file for divorce, how long is there a general timeline that a divorce would take?
The simple answer is no. The shortest that you can be divorced in the state of Indiana is 60 days. The legislature has built in a cool-off period so that if a husband and wife get in a fight about whether Purdue should have beat Indiana in last night's football game, and somebody goes out and files for divorce for it, well, there's a built-in buffer period there where cooler heads can prevail, and then the man or woman or the individual that filed the divorce can say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, let's get this thing back together, and they can dismiss the petition. The 60th day is the soonest that one can be divorced, but overwhelmingly, divorces take much longer than that. There are certain things that have to happen during a divorce, particularly with children. The action is filed, a provisional hearing is set, which is essentially the court ordering how things go during the pendency of the proceedings. Who gets the kids, whether child support's paid, who gets the house, who pays what bill. These are the types of things that need to be decided during the action. After that, in Allen County, if there are children, the court's going to require you to mediate the matter before you can get a final hearing. A mediation is just it's hiring of a third attorney who engages in what we call shuttle diplomacy. The parties are placed with their counsel in separate rooms. A neutral third-party attorney is going to go back and forth and try to broker a deal between the parties. Most divorces will settle at or prior to that point.
Okay.
If it does ultimately go to a final hearing, everybody has a constitutional right to bring their matter, bring their suit before a court. If that happens, then the proper procedure has been done at that point. As you probably can imagine, getting all of those intermittent things done during the course of 60 days is highly, highly difficult and highly, highly unlikely, which is why most divorces take longer than that.
And it seems like it is a very complicated matter, even in the cases where it's civil, where the parties are getting along and have just decided to part ways. There's still a lot to take care of, whether it's dividing a property or figuring out how the kids. So really, you need somebody on your side that knows how that process works.
Absolutely. It is complicated. I think it's meant to be complicated.
Sure.
The reason being is because there's many interests at stake, as you alluded to, particularly when there's children. Look, the children are essentially the innocent bystanders to a dispute that is between the parents. So they shouldn't have to bear the brunt of the party's dispute. So there's all kinds of intricacies in our statute that are built in to protect those kids. And furthermore, during the course of a marriage, there's something called the marital asset pot. From the date that you two get married until the date that petition for divorce is filed, every bit of income, every lottery winning, everything you won at the state fair, every credit card that's taken out, regardless of whose name it's in, all of that becomes part of that marital asset and liability pot. The statutory presumption is a division of that pot 50-50. However, there are certain factual underpinnings that can be shown that can deviate from that 50-50. Well, as you can imagine, it's very, very rigorous to have to determine every single thing that was acquired and every liability taken out during the marriage, not to mention meeting those evidentiary burdens to show why it shouldn't be 50-50. And that takes time, and it takes a professional to be able to do that for you.
Especially if it's been a longer marriage.
Absolutely.
That would be, a long time to. So if you had one piece of advice you could give somebody who's decided I'm ready to file for divorce and ready to see an attorney, what would that be?
That's a good question. I mean, I think I would have many, many pieces of advice, but I think the one piece of advice I would give is, look, divorce is emotional, okay? It is a matter of the heart at its core. It hurts. People are going to get hurt. There's going to be tears. There's going to be yelling. But the object is to break the marital contract. It is a business transaction at its core. So my advice to any litigant would be to not suppress the emotional aspect of it, but to get past the emotional aspect of it and start doing some self-protection and self-preservation and treat it for what it is. Protect your interests, allow your attorney to be your guide, allow your attorney to walk you through the procedure of getting divorced, notwithstanding how you feel about it.
Well, here at the Tracey Rosswurm Law Office, they can certainly walk you through that procedure if it's a situation you happen to be in. You can give them a call today or visit their website. It's rosswurmlaw.com.